Hey people, Shaman Hawk here for Shamanic Lodge. I got a message, and it's a topic that comes up now and then. When people see us, see me or the people I work with, other shamans and their apprentices, it's like, hey, do you guys have jobs? How do you do this? How do you travel around? How do you make life work in your shamanic work? Well, when you make the transition to where your shamanic work is your life work, is your job per se, then it's just kind of like a lateral career move. Um, we don't really have the schedule per se like everybody else does. We go along with what we call the flow, and we'll be at one place and everything will just start to close down, and then some other opportunity moves up, another location, another genre of work, another wave of things people are interested in. And that can take us to different countries, different areas within the country that we're at, meet totally different groups of people, different cultures, different class levels. I mean, there's just no telling where it goes sometimes. And we go through these phases where we're doing lots and lots of the shamanic work. And to be able to do that, we could not have the job. It makes that choice. It's like, well, which one do we do? And that's where we talk to what we call the flow. And just like, well, if you really want me to be doing this, I have to be able to still pay my bills, my hard costs. And so, yeah, there's places that we have to rent, other flats or apartments, houses that become this base. If we're doing functions and we take a percentage of that to go directly to where the hard costs are, which is like the paying for the space you're at, whether it's a speaking venue, and you're working with someone that has a business, a bookstore, or their fees for that, because somebody wanted you to come in and work with their neighborhood and their people. Or you can go to a center, so part of your percentage of that of the income that comes in from your workshops, lectures, ceremonies goes into that. Because life takes resources. You you can try to do energy exchanges with banks, mortgage companies, airlines, and utility companies. They're like, no, we want the cash. So we always have these hard costs. Philanthropy pays a huge part. You know, it's very very few and far between. There's different tax programs that I've worked with in different countries. With it, Germany was one where they could reroute some of their tax money and give it to somebody else that's sharing knowledge, interculturally, and that's helped me out a couple years back. The people just donating, the same kind of a thing where people will donate to United Way or Peace Corps, those kind of organizations that have employees in the board or their upper management making six figures. Okay, well, that's not us. We pretty much just are happy with paying the bills, having some decent food to eat, some clean water, and new tents, new backpacks, new sandals, shoes, stuff like that, plane tickets, bus, train to get us to the places we're going. So, of all the organizations that help out humanity, probably shamans are about the least expensive. You get more bang for your buck when you're donating towards shamanic causes with real shamans, people who've actually proven themselves, done their apprenticeship work, and have good reputations. Um, I've had people that will donate when things are really going good for them. They'll donate a little bit, kind of like tithing. When tithing, it's when you're giving a portion of your income over, usually to the church. They started that, I believe. Usually it was like 10%, and that through the 80s, I did well on that. And when I said I did well, meaning I was able to do a lot of free work with people. I was running a center at one time back in the late 80s, early 90s, and we did a lot of work with single moms in Southeast Florida. So a lot of money went to that. Um, we had one woman that was really good at working with nonprofit organizations through church groups that got us free food, furniture, helped pay the rent for the another center we were working at in Davie, Florida. Oh, and some other people went out and just collected one time. A lot of people I did with work went out to their different groups that they were part of and just kind of like passed around a box and said, hey, donate something to the shamanic group we go to. And at one time that paid rent and the electric bills for the place we were at. So this is the thing. It's like we need have our needs, and then something comes in, that money just goes out, and maybe with little or nothing left over. And it was like, well, we're really grateful that we had that we were able to have that need met so we could continue our work. I like to get pledges. I don't have any yet. When people would say, yeah, I'd love to give you X amount of dollars a month, and that would be great because I still work with a lot of people with terminal illnesses that their insurance has been stopped for whatever reason. The doctors told them that they couldn't help them anymore, usually after they milked all their insurance dry and just told them to go home and die. And that should be a capital offense right there. That's just horrible for people who do that, especially after these people trusted you with their life. So I have 4 people I'm working with now like that are completely broke, don't have any money, and I have to like squeeze them in with all the other things I do between farm work, building boat, and other aspects of shamanism. So yeah, I really appreciate donations because and people can always write in on the donation when they say, hey, I'm going to give you X amount, and I'd like to see it go to these things, and that's where it will go. And I've even sent people the receipts for that, you know, and because it's your money, you can tell us how to spend it, and I really appreciate that. Um, so if any of you really want to help with the shamanic community, whether it's me or somebody else that I work with, that you say I'd like this to go to this person or do these things, I'd really appreciate it. For those of you who haven't heard me speak before, I got years of videos on this platform. My big project right now is building EMA, a 32-foot, totally green sailboat of solar energy, no engine, that I'll be doing environmental work with, reef cleanup, dolphin, whale rescue. And the other part is taking people out to sea because you can get out there far enough offshore where you don't see anything but stars, and make an awesome reconnection. Now, when I do something like that, Coast Guard's real strict. They can't make any trade, any money, absolutely zero compensation, or they can take my boat. So I make people sign an agreement that you're not, giving me anything to go out. But that's a huge community service. It really is to see people when they come back in. It's just like wow, they're just like reborn from the sea. And so if you want to make any donations, you can get me at Shaman Hawk at PayPal. The email address for that is shamaniclodge@gmail.com, for PayPal. And if you could do something monthly, I really appreciate it. Um, actually, even if it's only $5, a month, that adds up. And, these little things that we use, especially for the boats, brushes. If 5 people donate that, I can get a small hatch for the deck, which makes it a lot safer. Paint, denatured alcohol for fuel, for cooking, and so on, and also for cleaning the boat before applications of epoxy and paint. So there's so much that it can go to. So, and like I said, so we also do the same feeding people, supporting people as these other alleged nonprofit organizations do. I'm not a nonprofit organization. People tell me I should become one, but I really don't know anything about it nor the time to really look into it. If somebody wants to help set that up for me, awesome. I'd really appreciate it. So if you want to donate, like I said, we really appreciate it. If you like any of my videos, please subscribe. Please like and share. Um, Pass the word in the comments. Leave suggestions for other videos that I can do, other questions I can add or answer, and make it into a video. Um, and that's about it. Excuse my non-editing abilities when I make these videos. I just kind of like shoot it out there and just try to talk normal, and just make it a real person to person kind of connection when I do my videos. All right, back to work for me. Catch you guys later.